Shalom, Friday morning, the Cave of the Patriarchs. The traditional Arab Shabbat, their day of rest. The Muslims are here, they're praying. You can hear them in the background, the muezzin. And I was asking myself, why do they hate us so much? Why do they want to kill Jews all over the world? What's the deal? And there are a lot of answers that the Torah tells us, that they're going to be a thorn in our side if we're not good. What does that mean? God set us up. God set us up that if we're not righteous, they're going to let us know about it. But, if I'm a nice guy, Muslim, if this guy's not righteous and this guy's not righteous and these Jews are not righteous, does that mean I want to go out and kill them? I don't think so. So, a fanatical element is released, I believe, within the hearts of a small percentage of people. A fanatical element that inspires other people with a fanatical position. What is fanatical? Well, it means that you're willing to kill somebody about their religion or their lack of religion. But we have to look back a little further. When we look at the story of Abraham, Isaac, and Ishmael, the Torah tells us that Sarah saw that Yishmael was learning and practicing the occult with his mother. That's what it says in the Rashi on this Parsha. Not this week's Parsha, but coming up soon. And when they were talking about practicing the occult 3,800 years ago, we're not talking about like astrology in the newspaper or voodoo as practiced in places like Haiti, etc. We're talking about accessing power through intermediary beings. Now, the whole world is after power. Every human being needs power to get up in the morning and live his day. And some human beings need a lot more power. Some people need to be president. Some people need to be big rabbis. They need power. And God says, okay, you want power. I'm going to create you with the desire for power. But I want you to seek me and not the intermediary powers. So when Sarah saw that Yishmael, the father of what would become Muslims, to this day the Saudi Arabians hold that they're the original inheritors of the line of Ishmael. She said, I can't raise this boy with my boy. He's my stepson. But I can't raise him in the same house because their two philosophies are antithetical. They do not get along. If you believe in one God and you have to access power through the one God, you can't live with people that are trying to access power everywhere else. It just doesn't work. So Sarah told Abraham what she told him, and Ishmael became the classic rejected son. Rejected by his father, kicked out of the family, sent back to Egypt with his Egyptian mother. Now this Egyptian mother, Hagar, she was no simple woman, because not only because she knew the occult practices, but because she was in the family of the Pharaoh of that time. So it's not like she went back to poverty. Rather, she came back to Abraham, we are told, after Sarah passed away. Rashi tells us that Hagar merited to be called Ketorah, a pleasant scent. The Torah changes her name to show you the change in her personality. That something changed in Hagar over the years that she was separated from Abraham. And it goes so far to tell us that she wore a chastity belt even of loyalty to Abraham. And that's why she merited to go back to him after Sarah's passing. But nonetheless, we have a problem here. We have a young man who's going to be carrying around 136 years of bitterness that he was kicked out of Abraham's family. And I think deep inside the collective memory of many, many, many Arab peoples, there is that sense of rejection. Now, that doesn't justify murdering somebody at all, but it certainly might make you feel self-righteous. If you see a Jew that's not righteous and you're a Muslim, you're like, why does he get to be a Jew? He doesn't even honor the God that I honor. And I'm the one that got kicked out of the family. I'm the one who believes and follows the paths of righteousness. So you see, this is one of the reasons why a Jew has to be very sensitive to his surroundings, because he's being judged, whether he likes it or not. And here at the Marat Machpelah, the great cave of the patriarchs, we are constantly confronted with this interface of faith and the interface of a family that was split apart. And there are many families that are split apart between the mother's line, the father's line, and the children pay the price. And I think the message that I take here is that to be righteous is not a Sunday afternoon practice. To be a Jew is to walk with God on a constant basis, ever conscious that the world is looking at me. Oh, you got a beard, you got a black hat, you have side locks, you carry around those books all the time. You're telling the world the law of God. Well, you better walk that walk before you talk that talk. So let us all walk the true walk. Whether you're religious or not, whether you're Jewish or not, we have a relationship with the Creator. And if that relationship is sincere, we will follow a path of righteousness. Have a wonderful Shabbat. This Shabbat, Abraham was told, Lech lecha, go to yourself. And you will find your inner God. And I think we all need that message today more than ever. Shabbat Shalom.